All right, thank you so much, folks. Welcome to the Thursday Night Democracy Delivered open discussion and briefing. During these calls, if you're new to it, we kind of provide a very transparent and open discussion as to what's occurring with the company, what has occurred at the I'll call it the staff call. I have to be careful because we don't have official employees, but it's a Sentinel and Guardian, and I say teammate call that occurs on Tuesday night, which is great. We really are beginning to iterate and turning a little bit, crystallize the goals of the Sentinels, Guardians, and paid teammates in a manner that one of the Sentinels is going to look across those goals, see where we might have some gaps, develop a logic model, and then come out with what are called key performance indicators so that each can hold each other accountable in a little more rigorous fashion moving ahead. What that allows us to do then is put that on paper, articulate it very clearly, demonstrate it to those that enjoy our ethos, our ideas, our vision, where we're headed, our capabilities, and then add some value. And then they want to add value by investing. Our premium participants are not investors by definition. They are purchasing a part of the income stream. Investor has a connotation of ownership. But businesses or corporations will be allowed to invest by owning the rights to a spot, a virtual spot in our reality for a certain period of time so they can garner an income for their support. And much like the 10,000 premium participants, the first corporate money that joins us will be handsomely rewarded comparably to those that come after us as we kind of enter a spiral upward in both resource capability, service to others in that fashion. So we're excited about that. We've got some new developments. I think the most important one in our revenue areas, we've got shopping, advertising, online work. In the shopping realms, Sammy, Justin and team have done an awesome job of beginning to really hone in on tracking our purchases for the stores that exist. Sammy was very excited about that today, and I was very pleased to hear that the effort necessary to track purchases is decreasing and the output associated with that is growing. So we've challenged each other with reaching out to every premium member, reminding them of our latest capabilities, their collective commitment to the organization and ours to them, and folks are reinvigorating those connections through daily conversation, which is great. Also in that, Michelle, a high school classmate, is going to come on board to be a 1-800 tech support at all times. She's going to work virtually at her convenience around our collective clocks for folks that have questions about our interface, how you use it, where to go, the reality of where we currently are. So she's a human workaround to an IT interface that is not a perfect one by any means. So we're excited about her presence. Sammy's efforts, Alex's efforts, and Michelle's efforts will really help kind of solidify some of the more dedicated communications channels we're trying to provide. Instead of giving a push-only type of environment, we're attempting to deliver a conversation continually with our constituency, which I think is going to be very important, which is good. Our online work is growing, again, thanks to Sammy's efforts. I think we've got probably $400 or $500 potentially coming in on the 1st of February. And she's also building more relationships. She sought out some support in getting more skill sets into the limelight so we can continue to provide people with resources and potentially more work. So that we'll practice those processes, get our company agreements in place, get that paperwork kind of honed over the next couple of weeks, and then begin to ramp up on offering opportunities for folks to do that. Very pleased, and in terms of a new offering, which is going to be potentially in a lot of income for our premium participants, our organization itself, and our participants. A high school classmate, Wade, who has been involved in the insurance industry, managing dental discount card programs for dental, for prescriptions, has negotiated a pretty cool deal. If you have studied the healthcare network in any real detail, there's a hierarchy to where the value lies. And the further the food chain up you go to make your deals or connections, the more value or the less expensive it is to provide service. So he's negotiated with some key folks, part of key medical networks, so that now if you go to the pharmacy and register the Democracy Delivered prescription card for free, they can compare your current medical plan and what will be our plan, and charge the cheapest option accordingly. That revenue has been negotiated for $3 per prescription, and we intend to return as much as possible to those constituents that use those cards. So we in effect the organization pays you to get your prescriptions that you would anyway, and also provides hopefully a much greater discount on those. Once you register the card once, that's a continual income. And the dollars associated with that are huge to the organization. That could be enough to fund our entity. Companies do just that, but that'll be a very significant source of income as we move in. So if you envision us in a little more mature state, you can shop, manage some of your healthcare options through our system. And it's very important to understand HIPAA's observed, we know nothing about your healthcare needs. We just see the dollars associated with those, which is kind of neat. So that's a huge win for us, and we're excited. We've finished negotiations, and we're learning how to sign the paperwork on behalf of Democracy Delivered to help bring that in. And again, the numbers are potentially, very, very big. If you can imagine, if you logged into Facebook and they paid you and then helped lower your healthcare costs for you, and then built a mechanism that was designed to help support you, it's a whole different feeling, right? Other than getting advertised continually to try to pull resources from you. So we're working to really set ourselves apart as an entity that I think really is designed to help humans in the most ideal fashion. All of that is in full choice. If you want to use a program, you can. If you don't want to use a program, you don't have to. All you have to do is say yes at no cost to the constituency, which is great. That's exciting stuff. I'm really excited because the entity that we were a few weeks ago is changing because of the efforts of John Hennigan, Justin, Sammy, Aaron. We're really going to be able to crystallize some of the key aspects of who we are and better communicate that in the days ahead. My personal goals for the organization now shift to landing those corporate accounts. I'm going to come up with some goals and numbers about how many folks I interact with on a monthly basis, how those are communicated, what the deal would be if they joined us and provided money. But I think it'll be a very unique chicken and the egg scenario. So we'll get some corporate money, and then the 10,000 folks that we're designed or bringing on right now will be much easier to get, because the manner in which we get them will be smoother, more professional, more clean. We'll have more resources to support folks as they come on. And hopefully we can accelerate into the entity that we are going to become, which is kind of good. We continue to have our kinks, our bumps, our bruises. Things don't work. I have to restart my phone when I hit certain screens now, and it drives me nuts. But we will work through that accordingly. John Hennigan's volunteered to start putting in help tickets. Wade Nelson has helped Sammy focus on getting our premium participants' addresses and information into the right area so that we can lock down those agreements in the right way. Our premium participant agreement is clear, and it's drafted in a much cleaner format now, so we can show those to constituencies. We're getting premium participants that are smarter, more worldly, more focused than I am, which is great. We met with some folks that are joining us, so we're starting to break social networks with deeper pockets, which is exciting. So all of that, as our capital capability has increased, our service to others has increased, our bugs might have increased, problems, but we work with that. Or maybe it's staying at the same level at the moment, which is good. So, but that's that's the exciting update. I'm glad to have Angus with us, and Sherry. Thank you for joining us, guys. I'm going to pause now and see if there's any open questions. You're welcome to put anything on the record because there will be folks that hear this, and we'll get those questions answered and go from there. If you don't have any, I understand, but we're open discussion time. So if you got it, bring it. Thanks. Justin's word of the day was, what was it? I forget already. It wasn't philanthropy. What was your word of the day, Justin? Sorry.
Precocious.
Precocious.
Precocious. That's what it was. Thank you. Justin has a unique word of the day that he reflects upon. Sometimes he pulls it from our realm. Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he just pulls it, but you know, it's good stuff. All right. Any other thoughts? Alex, did I miss anything? Sammy, did I miss anything?
No.
No, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'll put it this way. If we that have committed to goals all hit those goals at a very reasonable level, the organization will start to go like this next month. And then I'm going to have a meeting with a gentleman who I think actually got the flu that slid into pneumonia, but he wants to participate extensively with us. And I think we're going to end up in a little bit different spot in as early as 2 weeks. I intend to head up to the Boston area to meet with him because I hear it's warmer than DC this time of year in Boston, so we'll head north. That's the plan. So, all right, now we're gonna, Alex, if you can stop the recording. That's officially the end of the recorded comments. Thank you if you've listened to this.